Hey there, Alan from Ural Junkie. How's it going? Hey, today we're going to talk about windshields, and in particular the Ural Touring two-piece windshield that is adjustable. And I really like the windshield. It's been pretty good. I adjusted it to the height I wanted right after I got it, and since then I haven't adjusted it at all. But like I say, I like the windshield, but there are two things that I would like to improve on it. So let's go do that. Well, I guess the first problem is when you're like riding down the road and the screen moves over to the side, and you whack it back and moves over to the side. That's probably going to be true for any windshield that's mounted like this. But I think that there is a fix for that, and let's do that. Okay, so you can see that the little steel spacer just turns around and polishes the aluminum on the handlebar mounts. Does that down here on the bottom one too. So I was thinking, maybe a star washer would work on this. So I got some star washers from Amazon, and I got these because of this exact dimension. However, when I actually measure them, the outside diameter is okay. That's fine, 0.41. The inside diameter needs to be the size of the bolt that holds the handlebars down, clamp. It needs to be 0.31, which is what they advertised, but it's only 0.2595 or 0.26. The only way I was able to get the star washers to even possibly work was with clipping them, spreading them apart. I tried drilling, I tried stretching and filing, but nothing really did work. So let's go make our own. So what I'm going to do is take a Dremel tool, and I am going to cut teeth in it to make it my own star washer. Okay, so I made 8 cuts in this. Each cut has 2 square edges, and it will act like a star washer and should be really tight. The second problem with this, it's a two-piece windshield, and there's a little plastic bar in here as a separator, but it really flexes, goes back and forth. So it pivots back and forth on the center pin and makes a big noise, eats into the plastic, and just bad. So when I got back from southern Utah, I actually used some plastic epoxy to stick the pieces together. Again, the washboard roads that I ride on are just horrendous. So what I'm going to do is drill through these little plastic divots. There's one on the top and one on the bottom. I'm going to drill through them and stick some fasteners in there to secure it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is take a soldering iron, and I'm going to make a divot in the middle of this dome. And the reason that I am doing that is because it is a dome, it'll be really hard to keep the drill bit straight. So I'll do this on all the rest of them, and then we'll drill. So I'm going to start drilling this by using an 1/8 inch drill bit, and I'm going to use my little divot that I made with a soldering iron, and I will drill through it. And then after that, I will drill through all the rest of the holes and switch to a bigger bit. Okay, so now I have switched to a 3/16 inch bit, and we will drill okay, that looks good. I'll do the other holes, and then we'll proceed to the next step. Okay, so here's the star of the show. These are called Chicago screws. You have a threaded base and then a screw, and they just screw together like that. So there's a hole. I am going to take the back part and I'll stick it through the hole like that, and then we'll take the threaded part and put it in. Like that. Now it is nice and stable. I will do all 4 of these, and I will put some Loctite on the threads to make sure it doesn't come out, and then we can take a look at it. Okay, so here it is, kind of cleaned up. Little new screws in there. That is not going anywhere. It is going to be just absolutely super solid. The only thing we have to do left now is to put it back on the bike. Okay, so I have my my little spacers. I have painted them so that they won't rust. Yeah, so I'll pop them in there. And I will put one of these in right now. Not tight at all. Grab the windshield. And it is easiest to stick one side in and then stick the other one on here, and then stick it in the hole, simply because they tend to bind up. Yeah, so the windshield has 3 degrees of freedom. It can move back and forth. It can pivot back and forth. And then these will raise it up and down by straightening these. So let's kind of get it in place where we want it. Want it about right there. Looks pretty good. Let's tighten these down a little bit. And those are tightened with a 6mm hex. Push this one back a little bit. Everything looks pretty good. Tighten those up. Now I shouldn't have to tighten these up as much as I did last year. Last year was like 850,000 foot-pounds. And then I will tighten. There's two screws on each side, and that I'm going to use a 4mm hex, and we'll tighten these guys. There, that looks really good. We're done. The windshield's on. It is nice and centered. Looks good. We're all done. So on that note, I will see you guys next time.